Hi, everyone. Welcome to More Books with Sharice. It's been a long time. This is my first video in 3 months, my first time being back to my classroom in 3 months. And I don't know, it's an awkward feeling, but it's good to be around the material that I love, the books that I'm passionate about. And it just reminds me of how much I enjoy uh, writing curriculum for students and creating materials of instruction that I hope translates into something that students really enjoy and make them want to read more, want to write more, and want to explore more on their own without external influences. So it's good to be back. But what I wanted to do is talk to you about an Indiegogo project that I have um, I've just started. I've been working on it for a few years, but I think now is the time to kind of just uh, let it loose and let it out into the world, and hopefully I'll receive some support. So for those of you who don't know, I am an author. I have a forthcoming novel coming out. It's called Dr. Marvelous Jen's Odd Scholars. It is a YA or young adult novel. And it is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory meets Octavia Butler's Kindred. So we have a little time travel, we have a theme park, and we have four young people who go on this mysterious, fun, and imaginative adventure through time. And it will be published later on this year. But one of the things I'm really passionate about is developing curriculum. I was fortunate to be chosen as a curriculum writer for the county I worked for last summer. So I was able to really collaborate with other educators and discuss, some techniques that help our students to connect more with the material that we're teaching. And I'm also pursuing a master's degree in curriculum instruction. I only have 6.5 credits left, so I'm almost done. And it also has a focus in writing for young adults and children. One thing that I've always wanted to do is write a textbook, and this is where the Indiegogo campaign comes in. Um, One of the things that bothers me sometimes about schooling and the way students are conditioned to think of schooling is they see each subject as if it was in its own silo. And I think if you're an educator who's truly studied um, education, you understand that it's really important for students to make those connections. That hey, just because I just left science class, that doesn't mean that there aren't going to be any connections when I go to my language arts class. And there won't be any connections when the bell rings and I go to my social studies class and so on. Learning should be a cycle. And I truly believe that. And that's the reason why I utilize Miss Vanker, our media specialist at my school. I utilized the library. Utilized our makerspace so much because I wanted our students to explore those connections and understand how interconnected life is. So, what I'm proposing is an interdisciplinary. If you don't know what interdisciplinary means all subjects, all right? So, cross curricular activities. And the textbook will be centered or focused with Afrofuturism. Um, the work that I write is speculative and it is Afrofuturist. And I love the idea of creating a textbook where all of the lessons are grounded in Afrofuturist poetry, nonfiction articles that are Afrofuturist in nature, short fiction that's Afrofuturist, and art and poetry. I believe I already said poetry. That's Afrofuturist. And from these poems, from this prose, and from this short fiction and this artwork, we create spirals of lessons, spirals of activities, where students can explore the cross-curricular ideas that are present in this art. So what I've put together a budget. I've reached out to some of my favorite authors with hopes that they will contribute poetry, short stories, um, nonfiction articles, as well as artwork. And myself and another group of educators are going to work on, once we receive those submissions, we'll work on interconnected cross-curricular activities for students within this one bound textbook. And of course, it will be available as a physical book, but we will also offer it as an online textbook. Because no, now that I've been working with a few homeschoolers, I know that what they do is they piecemeal a lot of their activities and a lot of their curriculum. While there's nothing wrong at all with piecemealing, I think it's actually a wonderful approach. I'm sure that many of them would love to actually have something that was all in one book for them to just open and page through, and it would be there for them. So that's why I'm developing the textbook. And it's called Conjuring Worlds. Conjuring Worlds and Afrofuturist textbook. So I truly hope that you all will see the value in an Afrofuturist centered textbook for our young people, and this will be focused on students ages 11 to 15. So I'm focusing on the middle school students because that's what I teach, that's what I'm most familiar with. And I'm hoping that you all will see the value in this project and hopefully donate, so that it can be a success. All right. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about Conjuring Worlds. Um, if you have any questions, please ask away in the comment section. If you have any suggestions, if you'd like to be a part of the project in some way, please let me know. But I'm going to make sure that I don't stay away this long again. I'm putting together, my office in my home so that I'll have someplace nice and bright, for me to record in. Because obviously summer is upon us, and I won't be back in my classroom till who knows. We don't even really know what next year looks like. But in the interim, please consider supporting Conjuring Worlds, an Afrofuturist textbook for our middle school students. And I hope to hear your suggestions and your comments. Thanks so much. You guys take care.